If anyone's here, I've been talking to myself for the past 4 minutes because I forgot to go live on the stream. I started streaming and totally forgot to go live. Oh man, you should have heard the conversation I was having with myself. It was pretty darn good. But now I'm actually going to double check to make sure that the stream is live. It says of one person watching. I think that's me. I think I'm watching myself at this point. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, so I'm watching myself at this point. Um, what were we talking about? So before I was really interrupted by the fact that I wasn't live streaming, I was talking about all the toy news that's been happening, all the other news that's been happening, um, crazy times we're living in. Prices are going up, ridiculous. I don't even know what we talked about 2 weeks ago. Did we talk about the Tobey Maguire emo Spider-Man being at $29.99 on Hasbro Pulse and Amazon at $34.99? Big Bad Toy Store at $36.99 on Entertainment Entertainment Earth. What's up, Marcus G? He said, "Yeah, one job. Yeah, I did. I ruined it. I totally ruined that one. I don't know why I thought I was streaming, but I wasn't. Well, I'll take it back. I was streaming. I forgot to hit go live. All I was talking about was pretty much like the meaning of life, um, what can be done with your life and such. And then I started talking about Spider-Man toys. By the way, everybody's been getting that new Spider-Man. I genuinely don't remember. Probably if we did, we did talk about Maximum Hulk. I do remember that because I have Blanca here still. The Storm Collectibles Blanca. Um, but where was I going? Oh yeah, everybody has that Maximum Spider-Man now, and everybody's loving it. Oh, I say everybody, but there was one person that said they still felt it wasn't worth it and that they were going to return it. Um, I honestly don't think anyone's returning that, especially when you could. Obviously, people know you can sell it for more right now on the eBays and the Mercaris and the Facebooks. But yeah, so there is that Maximum Spider-Man in Existential Crisis pre-stream because yeah, I know I was just I was gone chit chatting to myself, and then I was like, I don't think I'm actually streaming, and then I looked and I was like, sure wasn't actually streaming. Still love this figure still. So, but what else? What else? McFarlane's releasing things left and right all the time. Savage Saint, what's going on, man? Two people here. All right. Yeah, McFarlane Toys is still dropping things left and right. They released Kaiju. I just saw that they released a Kaiju. Um, but McFarlane, everyone's 7 inches tall. So I don't know. Look, I love the movie Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim 2 is pretty good as well. They have kaiju, but their kaiju are like so much more ridiculously bigger than people, and it's more like Gundam stuff. Like they're like, oh, this is a 6 inch figure, but it's 1/248th scale or whatever. That's what I think of when I think of kaiju. So when I see someone say kaiju and it's the same size as a 7 inch Superman figure, I'm like, that's not what I think of when I think of that. Mark G says that Maximum Spidey looks promising. I still don't know if I'd buy it unless I had money left over. Yeah, I mean it looks good. Jay's Figs has been posing it up and it looks really good. Matt Logic 44, what's going on, man? Says evening, all happy Sunday. Hey, that's right. With some whale booties there. Gaijin says the McFarlane giant size figures aren't that great looking, like the Monsterverse crossover figs and that kaiju. The Monsterverse figs are pointless because I thought, I mean, don't get me wrong, the NECA King Kong, which I have somewhere. Heck of King Kong, I like the figure. It's not the best articulation, but I still like it. And the King Kong that McFarlane made versus King Kong versus Batman, it looks like it should be a $12 Walmart toy, not necessarily for an action figure collector, just like a toy you would buy for a kid who's like in your kid's classroom, but your kid doesn't really like them. So you're like, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of money on this action figure for this kid that my kid doesn't even care for that much. So I'm gonna get him this $12 um, Donkey Kong, not Donkey Kong, King Kong. So I don't know. It didn't look that good to me. I saw it in person. I didn't like the way it looked that much. Savage Saint says Maximum Spidey is legit. Like I said, it does seem pretty cool. I had taken out my other Spider-Man and I realized I'm like, oh wait, I took his head off a long time ago, and I never put it back on his body. So my Spider-Man, this is the retro carded Spider-Man. He doesn't have. Okay, so that was one thing that I know a lot of people were complaining about. I feel like I should put a head on him, just any head, so he's not just completely headless the whole time. That might not fit. Okay. Hang on, I gotta find a head for him. Whose head will fit on this body? I could just look for the Spider-Man head, but I don't want to look for it right now. All right, so one thing people complain about the Maximum Spider-Man, they were like, oh, when you bend his waist, the web lines don't match up. That's been a thing though. That's why I was kind of like, I don't understand people's complaint about that. I'm like, it's been a thing. We already complained about that. Get over yourselves. No, I'm just kidding. Is there a way to prevent that look? Kind of. The Mafex one does it, but I mean, you're like, oh look, it doesn't break up the paint. But as soon as you do that, it goes away. No one complains about that though. They only want to complain about Hasbro. So, uh, but yeah, apparently that Maximum Spider-Man is the bee's knees, as they say. Um, but yeah, he has the drop down hips, right, and then the cut in there is deeper than this one. This one does not have that cut. Um, one day we'll figure. So I'm pretty sure. I don't know if anybody has a video out there comparing the two bodies, but I'm sure there'll be a video out there soon comparing the two different bodies and such. I gotta find that head though. One of these days I'll find his head. Actually, his head is on a pimp body because I made Pimp Spider-Man and I took that head and put it on there. There's so many other Spider-Man I had. I took that one, the one from the retro carded Spider-Man. But yeah, everybody. So the majority of the people really love that that Spider-Man. What is this thing over here? Recently, remotely change the volume of this guest. Oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, sorry, I read something. Um, the rumor is the next Maximum to be announced will be Deadpool, which assuming that's going to be the SDCC one, as we talked about last time. I believe we discussed that. So that would be cool. What was recently? Oh, the Punisher. What is his name? Yeah, uh, Shane from The Walking Dead. John Bernthal. John Bernthal. I think it's Bernthal. That looks good. Like his face looks legit. Like if that rendering is what they produce, that's gonna be a pretty dope looking figure. And he wasn't the $29.99 like people thought was gonna be the new base cost for Marvel Legends figures. I'm not saying y'all. I'm not saying y'all thought that. Other people thought that. And I was like, whoa, let's not jump to conclusions. But let's see. Mark C says, I hope it's not Deadpool. $50 for Renew Your Vows. Deadpool is stupid. I mean, it will come with a lot of accessories though. That's the one thing. But again, a lot of the other ones came with a lot of accessories already. Winger Lose, what's going on, man? Says hello all. Clockwork Gorgie, what's going on, man? Happy Stone Bunnies Day. Yeah, I know a lot of people partook in two events today. I took partook. One event was partaken by me. I don't think that's the way to. I don't know how to past tense things properly sometimes. And they want me to learn different languages. I don't even know English that good. But um, yeah, the Deadpool. It seems. I mean, I get it. Some people didn't get the SDCC pack, but the SDCC pack was what, $50, and you got two figures, ton of accessories in there. So it's kind of like, do you really need? And see, that's the other thing. Mark C says added hands are not worth the extra $25. The SDCC pack came with a lot of hands, so it's like I don't know. That one I don't think they can justify being like it's $50, new Deadpool. If it's on the new Spider-Man maximum body, then it can kind of be like, well, we just got this body and you're already reusing it. So I could see how they would. I could see the backlash. The backlash. We'll call it the backlash. I could see the backlash of that, um, and how that would work. But yeah, I don't. Deadpool's a popular character. Of course, he was just in his movie, so I can see that happening. My wish would be that they give a maximum character as a female character and go all out with that. I mean, I know the Black Widow body is already cool. I think they could go with a little bit more tweaks and get that to be a perfect body. That sounds very weird saying that, but y'all get what I mean. Clockwork Gorge says English can be hard. It can be, and it doesn't seem to get any easier when they add dumb words to the English language. Clockwork Gorge says I didn't get the SDCC Deadpool. I might be okay with a maximum Deadpool, maximum Deadpool. Mark C says if they just make it a fan channel solo release like Black Widow or whatever, not under the maximum branding, keep it $30 ish, then I'm cool with it. See, I don't know that they would. I guess they could because remember when they made the retro carded Doctor Doom, and they had made that retro carded Deadpool as well. Was it 25th anniversary? That one had a lot of accessories. I think it was one that came with the red guns, like they were dual colored. I could see that. That makes more sense. But the rumor is it's a maximum Deadpool. And like I said, I assume it'll come with like the half mask face, the no mask face. I'm up here looking at my different Deadpools. Um, of course, fully masked, larger eyes, maybe the heart eyes that the Rebel Tech or the CT Toys came with. So, yeah, I don't know. That Dead Pete. Clockwork Gorge says, I have a feeling Deadpool would have lots of reuse. Yeah. Or they drop it as a Daredevil. Daredevil would have made more sense because that 3-pack, that Daredevil skyrocketed for just the Daredevil. Don't really care for the Bullseye or the Elektra, but everybody wanted that Daredevil. Oh, Clockwork Gorge says, I do like the Pirate Deadpool, to be honest. Yeah, that one's a pretty nice one, too. I got that one on the other side of the room, way over there. That's a nice Deadpool, too. I don't like that his guns don't come out, but other than that, it's a pretty good Deadpool. Mark G says, I'm a SEAL tonight. Well, he says, I'm a SEAL tonight. But yeah, no. Maximum Deadpool, Maximum Hulk, I don't know. It's going to sell a lot because of its Hulk. Deadpool would still sell a lot. You get a lot of people saying, "Oh, I wouldn't buy it because it's just another Deadpool," and then everybody's gonna buy it just like they did the Spider-Man. Want it? Oh man, did I stop streaming? I think I might have stopped. Reconnect. Sweet. All right. But yeah, Maximum Venom. Maximum Venom would have been cool because then you could get like tendril stuff, multiple heads. Not like the movie Venom that they just released recently, a couple months ago, but the comic book Venom, multiple heads coming off, all kinds of stuff. I think that would have been cool. Mark Z says, I was saying on Yimbo's stream earlier, Daredevil on a newly tooled body like Renee Val's version of the Vulcan body would be good. Malaj says, you good? I blipped. Says, win or lose. Clockwork says, I still pre-ordered. I'd buy any Hulk even without the maximum. All right, all good now? Cool. Mark C says, Maximum Spidey is too slim for Deadpool. Fine for Mr. Fantastic with the suit texture. Oh, for Daredevil. Did I say Deadpool? I meant Daredevil. I don't know which one I said. But yeah, I don't know. It's Hasbro refuses to tell me what they're gonna do. Surprisingly, I told him I was like, I was in a movie. Y'all still not gonna share those secrets with me? I sign non-disclosure agreements all the time, and then I talk about them because nobody thinks I'm telling the truth. But yeah, no, it was audio was messed up. Dang it! Can y'all hear me now? Is it better? Is it coming through better? I'm showing them my little bar things. It's coming better. Let's see. Okay, it's running at that speeds. Is it better? I might have just been talking crazy. Is that what you're talking about? Or you mean the actual sound coming through? Okay, MadLogic44 says on his end it's good. All right, sweet. Audio seemed fine. Thank you. I think Clockwork Orange is just being like, Sonny, you're talking stupid. Your audio's messed up. That's a nice way to say that my audio's messed up. That I'm talking stupid. Rick Jones, what's going on, man? Says Deadpool figure is going to save me money because I don't care. You know what's crazy? The Deadpool, the X-Men trainee Deadpool. Sorry, I'm looking again. Like, which one I'm thinking of? That one only has the one version. I thought they would have made a second version, a movie version of that one where he had the jersey, the trainer jersey, the X-Men trainee jersey. I thought they for sure would have made that one a figure by now. But we haven't got it. We got Colossus instead. Which that Colossus figure is a good figure too. I can't knock it. I know it sounded like I was throwing shade at it, but I can't knock that Colossus figure. That Colossus figure is good. It's a nice one. The little book it comes with is nice touch too. But yeah, and then what is the little kid's name in Deadpool 2? Not Fire. Is it Firestarter? No. Firestarter is the movie with Drew Barrymore. Is it Firestarter? It might be. Mark Z says, as much as I don't want to see a lot of reuse for Maximum, I might be okay if they reuse some parts for the Ultimate Cap and two-pack Punisher for Maximum Captain America. Yeah, that would be cool. Captain America. It seems like they would go that route eventually. Doom about 9,000. What's going on, man? Says I'm late. What up, Sonny? Oh, not much. We're stuck on the Maximum series right now. We're speaking Maximum talk. Fire Fist. Yeah, Fire Fist. That's what I said. I was like, I think Firestarter's Drew Barrymore's movie. Clockwork Orange says Bucky Cap, Deadpool was good during his heyday. And Fire Fist, yeah. Fire Fist, they haven't made Fire Fist. They made Negasonic Teenage Warhead before Fire Fist. That makes no sense. Wait, did they make that before the second movie? They might have made that before the second movie. Okay, that made more sense. That made sense at the time. But yeah, they could have made Fire Fist or Juggernaut. Like everybody, I know everybody wants Juggernaut. That bootleg Juggernaut from AliExpress looks pretty good too. I've heard people say it's pretty good. Speaking of AliExpress, if you went to Jay's Figs profile recently. He has the link up for the CT Toys Amazing Yamaguchi Rebel Tech Spider-Man. It's a bootleg. It is a bootleg, but if you've seen his pictures, it looks pretty good. CT Toys does a very good job with bootlegs. I'm just putting this out there. All right. It's like when you go with bootlegs, you got two different types. You got the ones that are just in it to make the money. You got the ones in it for the art of copyright infringements, and they do a great job with it. Like when I used to buy bootleg movies, I'd be like, I can't get bootleg movies from this guy that I work with. His quality's not good. But the guy who sold them out of the trunk of his car at the ghetto Walmart, mwah, chef's kiss. They were such good quality. They had no foreign subtitles on them. Nobody was walking in front of the screen. They're in the middle of the movie. It didn't keep saying screener across the screen every couple of minutes. Very good quality bootlegs. That's what CT Toys is. Let's see. Rick Jones says, oh, wait. Marcus G says, they technically have all the heads sculpted per Cap. I forgot the sculptor, but they mentioned making multiple heads and Hasbro spread them out through the 20th anniversary release and the Secret Wars. Rick Jones says the knees look terrible on the Spider-Man. Big scoops. Wait, which Spider-Man? The CT Toys knockoff or the Maximum? I think you're talking about the art of making money. That's right, they did. Are you talking about the amazing Rebel Tech Yamaguchi? Yamaguchi? Yeah. Amazing Yamaguchi Rebel Tech. Because their knees can look weird. CT, yeah, those knees look weird, but those knees look weird on the other Spider-Man too. There's just some figures that can't get the knees right. What is well, of course the Angelina Jolie um what is her name from the Eternals? That that figure, her knees look horrible. I don't know where I have her at. I don't know where she's at, but her knees are terrible. When I first got that figure, I was like, ugh. I thought it was good, and then I did a review, and I was like, ooh, these knees are horrible. They're just humongous for no apparent reason. Clockwork Horse says, did you order Bernthal Punisher? I think I messed up his name earlier. I did not, but I'm looking into it because I was like, it looks really good. Plus, you can cosplay him as Shane from The Walking Dead. And then he was in this other movie with The Rock. He played a criminal. Can't remember what name that movie was called. But he was in there with The Rock. That was the first time I ever saw him. And I was like, this guy's going places. He went places too. Dumanada says, wait, do you have the Maximum Spider-Man, Sonny? I don't currently have the Maximum Spider-Man. I am in wait. Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called. Mark Z says, I wanted to buy a CT Mofix Black Suit Spidey for parts, but I don't want to get hit with the tariffs. Apparently, AliExpress, some of the AliExpress and I think Temu have not been hit with tariffs yet. So, Clockwork Orange says Adam Van Wickler was at fault for Jolie Eternals. You know, I understand he took responsibility for that. But yeah, because I don't know. Those knees were bad. There's not a nice way to say that. They were bad. Some of the Eternal figures were actually pretty good. I still stand by it. Sprite, Icarus, and the Build-A-Figure, Ganesh. I forget his name. Those were actually pretty good figures. I really wanted I can't think of any of their names right now. Oh yeah, the Diamond Cap Falcon Cap knees. He did take full responsibility for that one. I saw that I think it was on Wade's on Unparalleled Universe that he took full responsibility for that one, for those knees. I think they're upside down, if I'm not mistaken. Um, yeah, Mark C says, wouldn't this be the second time Adam does something knee related? Yeah, the first being the Marvel Select Falcon. Yeah, that one he did mess up those, and he said it though. He was like, I did that one. That's on me." Um, no, but God, what was the? It's gonna kill me because I like to do. I saw him do stand up, and that's why I got the Eternals figures. Also, because they were like $3 a piece or something like that. They were dirt cheap. Ku, Kumal, no, Kuna, Nagiani is his last name, I think. I have an internet right in front of me. Why am I not just looking this up? Yeah, there you go. Kumail Nagiani. That was the one. I was a fan of his comedy, so I wanted to buy his figure, and I was able to get it dirt cheap. That's a great job. Clockwork Gorgeous says he confessed on Jolie too on a different live stream. Yeah, yeah. Mark Z. Kumail. Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't think of his first name. But yes. I saw him do stand up at South by Southwest and I was like, I gotta support the fellow comedians. I also got the Bill Burr figure from the Black Series. Uh, which I mentioned. Yeah, I was like, I can't do no more Black Series. Sorry, Black Series. Until they bring out Carson Teva. Then Black Series all the way. What's up, Black Series? No, but what else was it? What else? What are the Mythic Legions dropped Ganesh? Is that the Indian elephant god? That figure looks cool. I think it's $70 and it's an oversized figure. It's like 9.5 inches tall. Comes with additional arms you could put on it. It looks pretty cool. I didn't do that one. I love the Figura Obscura, but I didn't do that one. Um, I mean, I guess it would have made sense. I could have put him chilling with Jesus whenever I get my Jesus figures in. But I did I did post on Instagram on the stories about that. I was like, hey, it'd be great if D13 dropped Jesus in my mailbox on Easter Sunday. Best release ever. And they hit me back. They were like, "Oh man, you made me making me feel even worse." But then they were like, "No, it's charging right now, and it should be shipping out." I did see someone had one of the biblical adventure figures in hand, so they're here. They're coming soon. Numa 9000 says I made a purchase off AliExpress the other day, and today when I checked the shipping status earlier, it said customs clearance was unsuccessful. Whoa! But apparently it hit the local airport 30 minutes ago. Oh, interesting. I wonder if they're smuggling them. That'd be cool. Rick Jones says Ganesha is a dream figure for me. I can't believe it. Is that Ganesha? Is that what I'm saying right? You know what was cool? I was constantly like looking at Big Bad Toy Store. Speaking of Figura Obscuras, um, for God, dude, I'm sorry. I've been taking medicine for nerve pain. I swear it's messing with me. I don't know why I can't think of this fool's name right here. Uh, Anubis. God, thank you, Anubis. I'm like, I have him in my hand. I didn't want to display him and not be like, who was I talking about? Um, but yeah. And so the fact that Figura Obscura released this one a while back, I was like, yes, an Anubis figure. Because there was an Anubis figure that Big Bad Toy Store was always throwing in my face. They're like, you want this one? You want it or not? But it was a girl Anubis, like, it's a model kit too. So I was like, I really don't want that one. So it was cool that they released some nice stuff you wouldn't expect. Am I saying it right? Ganesha. Um, Star Wars, SHF. Luke Kelleran Beck. I don't know if I said that right. Black Series video game figures, Visions, Ronin exclusive set, new movies, show, Ryan Gosling movie, Mall series, Visions S3. I have not seen any of that news. I think, oh, I did see the SHF Luke Skywalker. I did see that one. Doom 9000 says, due to Pantheon of Gods will make. um, but who else would they have to put up there? Gandhi? No, Gandhi's not a god. I'm tripping. Buddha. Buddha. I'm surprised they haven't had a Buddha. You know, SH Figure Arts will probably make the better Buddha. They made that fat Majin Buu. So I think they got the skill set and the know-how. Because like I like Four Horsemen. I like the Figura Oscura. They're not the best with the articulation. So I don't know how they would make a Buddha. You know what's a good figure? Or I don't know if it's a good figure, but it looks good. Mr. Lee E posted it on Instagram. It's the real chunky dude from Samurai Showdown. That's a massive figure. And I mean, let me see if I can. Mr. Lee Instagram. I don't know if I can. Oh, I can. Sweet. I don't know if I can add another browser onto here. But I mean, this dude is massive. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Not gonna let me show you. Oh, okay, let me see. I'll do it this way. Copy that link. Where's my other browser? Properties. Hit OK. And see it. And then what's the other button I'm supposed to push? Interact. Okay, all right. Transition, there we go. All right, so this massive dude right here. Y'all see it? That guy right there. Dude, that figure is crazy big and the articulation is pretty nice on it. Oh, I guess I can get this out of my face. But yeah, no, he has a video where I can't show the video because I'm not logged in. Yes, it's not letting me watch stuff. Also, he showed this figure too. That figure's pretty cool. And then he has this Deadpool, the Rebel Tech Deadpool. But yeah, this big chunky dude right here. That figure looks nice. Like it looks really nice. All right, let's get that out of here. Mark Z says, I bought some Ultraman figures this month so I can have them before May comes around. At this point, I don't know what's happening. Is it Buddha from a different religion? Probably. I don't know. Yes, maybe. Maybe Buddha is from a different religion. I might have just insulted a lot of people with that. What other gods are the Hindu? Is it Hindu? Yeah, I guess Buddhism is a different religion. Yeah, okay. My bad. Yeah. Rick Jones says Kali figure. I hope. Okay. That would be a cool figure. I do know. That's the one. Let's see. Let me that would be a crazy figure for Figura Obscura to do. That one I do know. Let me show you. Okay. We're back on this browser. There we go. Browser. Yeah, so this one, if I can scroll. Oh, they took away my scrolling functions. Close that. All right, there we go. Nope. Still can't scroll. Nope. Oh, this thing's in the way. Wait, where'd it go? I don't know where this thing. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Oh, I don't know who this lady is. She has way too many teeth in her mouth. Lady, get off of this page. Lame. Okay, I can't scroll down for some reason. But yes, that would be cool. She has a lot of arms. I do know that much. All right. That's okay. Vishnu Krishna. Yeah, it looks to be about as big as Diamond Select Hulk from that pic. Yeah, that figure is big, and is the articulation is crazy. Oh, you know what? I'm glad that didn't pop up of Kali because there's a lot of naked women on the photo that I was almost sharing with y'all. So I dodged a bullet there. Thank you, OBS, for that BS. There's a lot of Hindu gods. Clark, of course, says that's that Buddha talking 420. Margie says, Sonny type of dude to think Thor and Hercules are from the same religion. Okay, first of all, that's news to me. So, I don't know. Thor and oh no. Hercules is from Disney before they bought Marvel. That's how come they're not the same. Mark Z says Sonny likes people to be gummy. That big chunky dude, he also has the squeezable boobs like the new Maximum Hulk. Dubanatan says that would have been funny. Um, yeah, no. Be like, hey guys, look at all this, and then just naked women all over. Because they show her, and then I scrolled down further, and there was a bunch of naked women worshiping her. Marcus C says, aren't they from the same religion? They're white. Oh man, that's hilarious, dude. No, I do know. I realize Hercules is from, man, it's 50-50 shot here. I'm gonna go Greek mythology. Because I know Greek and Roman mythology are the same, but they call them different names. That always confused me in school growing up. It confuses me out of school grown up as well. But I think he's from Greek mythology, like Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson, if y'all don't know, he's the son of Zeus. Um, Something happened with a lightning bolt. I don't remember. The rest of the details are fuzzy. Al Pacino played a goat. That's all I know. Clark Gorge says Thor is Norse mythology. So it's Thor, Odin, and the other Norse gods. No, that's one thing I do like. I have not got any of the figures, but there's a company, 5K Toys sells it. They have Hades, they have Poseidon. I think they have Poseidon. They have Zeus. I know they have Zeus and Hades. I want to say they have Poseidon as well. But they look really similar. They're just different colors, kind of. But they still look pretty cool. I've never pulled the trigger on them. I have not seen anybody that I follow have those figures. So I don't know if they're any good or not. But it's cool that they made them. But no, and then like the Egyptian gods too, I always like studying those as well back in the day. Um, so yeah, like I said, when they made Anubis and the Figura Obscura, which I don't know where his tail fell out. That's the only thing I don't like about the Four Horsemen. It's hit or miss with these tails. They either stay in really good or they fall off really easily. And so I'm not a huge fan of the tails. But yeah, this was a good figure. I did like this figure. I did a review on it way back when I got it, and nobody watched it. So nobody knows how amazing this figure actually is. Uh, Man Logic 44 says, Sonny, of course another difference. One is Marvel, the other is Disney. Just hoping nobody caught that one. No. Duma 9000, I forgot about the figures. Got to check out Zeus for sure. Yeah, man, those, I mean, like I said, those figures, they look cool. I forgot, let me see what company makes them. I know 5K Toys has them. 5K Toys is, um, they be having some sales too. I'm like, I'm tripping out. Like, damn, I thought that figure would have been sold out, but they're there. Let me see. Zeus. Zeus. That's how I always remembered how to spell it, even though that's not how you pronounce it. Berserker Studio. That's what it is. Actually, the Hades is on sale for $58.99 right now from 5K Toys. There he is right there. It's pretty cool. He looks really nice. Like I said, I don't know anybody that has him, so I don't know what the articulation is like. And the poses that they do aren't the best. I mean, they're not showing off anything. At that point, that could be a 5 points of articulation figure. Ooh, they got a damaged box one too. Oh, that's why it's $58.99 because it's damaged box. So there's probably only one left of the Hades gold version. Let me try to type in Berserker. Berserker Studios. Poseidon. They do have Poseidon. There you go. I was like, I thought it was Poseidon that they had. So yeah. They got Poseidon, Hades, and Zeus. And Poseidon looks pretty cool. He's all blue. So his articulation looks kind of clunky. Like, it's there. You can see the articulation is there. It just looks kind of clunky. But yeah, Berserker Studio. That's what I was thinking of. They don't have Percy Jackson though. Step your game up, Berserker Studio. It needs some Percy Jackson. I know some of y'all are like, I don't have kids. Who is Percy Jackson? It's a kids movie. I will admit that. I think there's a TV show. They were supposed to make like a R-rated Percy Jackson TV show. I don't think it ever came out though. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. There's about a 98% chance I'm wrong about this Percy Jackson. I want Berserker Studio also to make the little golden owl from Clash of Titans. Like, let's get that guy involved. Let's see, what is Percy Jackson? M-rated show. I could have swore they were supposed to. Nope. There's a TV series though, Percy Jackson, The Olympians. I could have swore there was one. All right, maybe I made that up. Like I made up other shows that I want to see in my head. Mark C says it's a book series and 2 movies now, series on Netflix. Yeah, the movies, I like the movies and I like the show. I saw the show with my kid because he read the books. And I didn't. Because I was like, dude, there's a movie. You don't have to read this book. But he read the book. He read them back. He read them a few times actually. So he was pretty familiar with all the stuff. Meanwhile, I was like, dude, there's a movie. You don't have to read it. Just like Harry Potter, there's a movie. Don't have to read it. Unless you like reading. Then you can read it. Yeah, like I just found out that X-Men's based off of a book. It's crazy. Just found that out the other day. Marcy says he ignored my googly me comment. Whoa, you oh there oh I just saw that one. Sonny auditions for the Percy Jackson, but is beaten by googly Emmy. Oh man. See, I wish I could figure out um how to make comments stick on this app that I use, but it doesn't work. He ignored my googly Emmy comment. That would be Hector Jackson and the Lightning Thief. I would watch that. I would watch that. That would probably be my number one Google Emmy anticipated show to watch. Hector Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Hector Jackson and the Olympians. Just be some gangster dude. Be like, what's up, bro? Hey, say Holmes. I heard they started a lightning bolt. And they'll be like, oh yeah, you gotta find the dog. Be like, oh okay. Simon. And then he goes over to Medusa. And be like, hey, pero no, hey, don't look her in the eyes, way. Don't look her in the eyes. And then they get away. They get away with everything. Uh, which let's be real, if Hector Sanchez, Mad Logic 44, that is racist, and I love it. Hector Sanchez and the Catalytic Thief. Dang it, man! How do I gotta figure out how to make these comments show up places. It's like I click on your comment, and it's like, you want to put this user in timeout? No, I want to highlight this comment. I can't highlight the comment. Dang it. Wait, maybe I can. Where's that other thing that I did? Okay, it's not letting me. That's hilarious though, man. Mark says, I'm the son of Poseidon, a middle-aged man. Oh man. I'm I'm the son of Poseidon, a middle-aged man that looks older than his Greek godfather. They're like, his dad has the body of a Greek god. For some reason, his son has the body of ranch dressing. Clockwork Gorgeous says, stop Hector shaming Google Emmy. Hey man, one day, somehow, I'm figuring I'm gonna somehow be connected with that guy somehow. I don't know when or where. Somehow it's gonna work. It's gonna happen somehow. Just haven't figured it out yet. He was doing stand-up comedy. I have not seen his stand-up comedy, but he was doing stand-up comedy. So I don't know if it's any good or not. It could be. It could be amazing. I don't know though. I haven't seen it. Marcy says body of ranch dressing. It is. I haven't had my summer body yet. I haven't tanned. So right now I'm currently in my ranch dressing phase of life right now. But dude, that would be cool. I would totally watch uh a brown exploitation. Is that even a thing? Brown exploitation. I know black exploitation films are a thing. I've never heard brown exploitation. I think we should start that. Marcy says Sunny and Google Emmy buddy film, the Friday of our generation, but it will be Viernes. Actually, we don't do anything on Fridays. It'll probably be Saturday. It'll probably be a Saturday. Actually, there is a movie with Noel Guglielmi that was, to me, it felt similar to like a Friday movie, but it was terrible. I watched it, unfortunately. Let me get the name. Hold up. Let me get the name. IMDb.com and Noel Guglielmi. I should just put Hector. It would have showed up right away. God, let me find the movie title, and then y'all can go look for it. It's not a good movie. Oh, you know what? I should just check the dude that died from that movie. That's a lot easier. It's not a messed up, I know. But realistically, if you are looking for a movie from a certain actor, if you go look for the dead actor, after a while they stopped making movies, so it's easier to find them. This guy, I think was the one that was in it with them. This guy's dead. I think this guy is dead. Wow, IMDb. Oh yeah, he is. He died. Unfortunately, he died. Party Animals with a Z. Party Animals with a Z. With Noel Guglielmi. Pablo Santos was the guy that I searched up. He was on a TV show called Greetings from Tucson that I used to like watch, which is why I watched this movie. Just based off of 471 IMDb reviews, they scored it at 3.5. It's a pretty bad movie. I don't even remember how I saw it, but it's on Tubi and the Roku channel. If you want to look at it, Party Animals. Oh, my bad. Let's see. Connecting summer and ranch dressing sounds gross. No BS, NBS. If I were directing, writing a film or short story, it's called Hector and just shows Google me having this existential crisis playing the same character for 30 plus years. Have it on Peacock or HBO. That does sound messed up, Sonny. It was so I could find the Hector. Noel Guglielmi is a very um, established actor. He had a lot of credits. So I went to Pablo Santos's page and I found the name of the movie, Party Animals. Let me see. How do I type in here? Wait a minute. Can I not type in my own chat? That's so weird. Oh, if I do it that way, I can. Oh, okay. So I'm still trying to get the hang of this thing. Party Animals. That's the name. Party Animals. It's on Tubi. Look, I'm gonna give him credit for this one. On Tubi or Roku channel. I might watch that tomorrow just so I can remember it. But yeah, it's a pretty terrible movie. What is this right here? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I have access to the chat. Oh, I can do emojis too. Boom. Okay, hold on. I lost the chat now. Let me stop clicking stuff. All right, there we go. Yes. Hector Jackson and the Lightning Thief. The Catalytic Converter Thief. What is Hector Sanchez and the Catalytic Converter Thief? Yeah. That would be such a dope movie. But yeah, this movie is yeah, go watch it. Man, if I could find time, I'd be like, hey everybody, let's watch it together. It's oh, it's terrible. It's a terrible movie. But don't let that fool you. But you don't have, like LeVar Burton says, you don't have to take my word for it. Dun-dun-dun. Um, Mark Z says, and there goes Savage Saint right there. Mark Z says, I forgot where Poomsie comes from, but I think from the Padme from Star Wars. Padme. No, it's Savage Saint accidentally put Poomsie instead of Pulse, and I thought he literally had the know-how of how to get a figure on the cool. And I was like, dang, I never heard of Poomsie. But yeah, Poomsie. There you go. It's in a book. A Reading Rainbow. A Reading Rainbow. Man, we used to watch Reading Rainbow all the time. There you go. Mark said, I remember Padme. After I said Padme, I was like, that's still not her name. Like, I still can't remember. Padme? Padme. Padme. It's the weirdest way to request sexual harassment, if I've ever heard. But yeah. Oh, what were we talking about? Toys or something, right? Oh yeah, yeah. Also, Clockwork Gorgeous says, "Do you believe Guglielmi embraced the gang life in his teens, says in his wiki, or is that for Hollywood? Okay, I'm glad you asked that. Okay, all right, I'm looking dead into the camera for this one. So I feel that a lot of Hollywood actors who started younger embraced the culture in which they were shoehorned into for acting. So, um, I think he plays it up for the camera. I know he kind of acts like that now in real life because I've met somebody that did a show with him, and he was like, yeah, his Hector character is pretty much who he is in person. I'm like, ugh, like his Hector character doesn't really scream actual gang member to me. So one of my cousins actually just passed away recently, and I went to his rosary. There were actual gang members there who were still repping, still throwing flags, and I'm like, oh, y'all like 50. Okay, all right, I guess this is a lifetime. And so when I see people portray that gang culture, or that gang life, or that gang lifestyle on movies and stuff, I'm like, that's not really the gang members that I grew up knowing, or what we saw as gang members here. Um, so I think he plays it up. I don't think that he grew up in that. There was an actor. His name is God. What is his name? I've worked with him um, on a TV show called American Crime. Richard Cabral, and he was an actual gang member. In LA, they have a program where gang members and ex-cons and ex-felons and stuff can learn how to become an actor and all that stuff like that. And I had something, homies, something. He was telling me all about it when we were on set, and I was like, damn, this fool's a legit gang member. He also didn't want to talk about any part of his gang life. And I was like, that dude was a legit gang member, came out of it. He came out on an episode of Chappelle's Show. He played the brother on Twisted Metal, and he was I don't know something else that he did. But yeah, he was a real cool dude. So yeah, so like, props to that dude for getting his life together and getting all these bigger roles and stuff. Hector or Hector Guglielmi, I don't think he was actually about that life when before he hit Hollywood. I think it was one of those things where it was like, okay, it might have been around him, but it wasn't necessarily like I was never a gang member. I was never in gangs, mostly because every color looks good on me, and there's no way I'm gonna limit myself to wearing only one color. I'm like, you see this fair skin? I'm blessed with fair skin. No, I was kidding. I was cursed with fair skin. I know. So I was always light skinned, but I was talking about dark counterparts. Yeah, but I can wear whatever color I want. It all looks good on me. No, but I was never in a gang, but I saw it all around me. And so it's like, I think he wasn't necessarily in the gang lifestyle, but he just kind of portrays it now because that's the roles that he gets. So it's a great question. Mark C says Padme, like how Justin Timberlake says his favorite month. Savage says, so you're giving the credit for a terrible movie. I'm celebrating both holidays, so true story on Poomsaday. Yes, true story on Poomsaday. Yes, give him credit for a terrible. Exactly, got to. Mark C says, my condolences. I appreciate it, man. Doombot 9000 said, Twisted Metal, I forgot they made a show. Hey, I love that show. Wow, okay, first of all, it was Twisted Metal. I love Twisted Metal games. I was going to love the show regardless of whatever it was. I don't care if they were like, oh, we're gonna follow Axel around this show. Axel's terrible, terrible character in Twisted Metal. Um, but I did get excited when they threw that little Easter egg in about Axel. Apparently, he's gonna be in season 2 as well. So that's yeah. I can't wait for season 2 of Twisted Metal. Marcy says, I look good in every color. Another example, Sonny's unintentional ally. uh, Clarko Gordy says, yo, son, you need to put that in your resume. Hector knows. Nah, yeah, but uh, it's funny too because like I went to some auditions and they're like, oh, we want you to play a gang member, and I was like, all right. And I go to the audition and they would have black dudes and Hispanic dudes in there mostly that they would give off that whole Hollywood gang member feel. Like, yo, bro, 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 bro. I'm like, oh man, like calm down. Like, have you ever seen that happen? And I was like, I've never seen gang members actually get all crazy like that. Like most time they're chill, laid back, ready to pop off at any time. But most of the time they're not all like what you see in the movies. Well, the gang members that were around, when I was growing up and stuff. So I saw a bunch of poor gang members. Poor gang members are weird, because it's like you're in a gang. How are you still poor? Like, aren't you supposed to be selling drugs or in like trafficking or something? Like, you're a horrible gang member if you're still poor. It made no sense to me. Uh, but yeah, no. So it was just like it was weird going to those types of auditions where I'd see people like doing the stereotypical thing, and it was like everybody was doing it. I was like, and I go in there and I not do that at all, and then they give me a different role. I'm like, all right, whatever, I don't care. Works for me. Still get to be in this thing. I did play a gang member one time for a short film. I played gang member number 2. It's not good enough to be gang member number 1. Uh, they gave actually gang member number 1 to a he was I want to say he was half white, half Lebanese uh, dude. He was a cool dude, and they gave him gang member number 1. It was crazy too, cause like I have not talked to that dude, ooh man, since maybe 2007, maybe. And then I don't have TikTok no more, but I still get notifications from TikTok, and then it was like, oh, he added you on TikTok like 3 weeks ago. I was like, dang. I was like, all right, whatever, man. I'll take it. I don't know how many followers I have on TikTok right now. I guess I could look it up. But let's see. TikTok. It was giving me a 404. I don't know what that means. Does TikTok might have did away with my. Oh, here it is. Okay. Ooh, I got 6,988 followers on TikTok. I need 12 more to get 7,000, but I don't post there no more. Mark C says, was that actor the one who you scared off camera because he was mean muggy? No, that dude was cool. He was a cool dude. The one that I was scared was because he was mad because I got the role in Idiocracy that he tried out for as well, but he didn't get it. So he was mad that I got. He was jealous that I got it. And I didn't like the way he was looking at me. And at the time, I was still like, I was like, I was acting thingy. It's not supposed to happen to me. So I was still like, what? So I'll go slash that food right now. And they were like, no, don't do that, Sonny. I was like, will you do it for me extra? And they were like, no, 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 we're just extras. We don't do that. That's not what we're here for. I was like, what? What are y'all here for then? Like, we're here to play the background. We're the background. I was like, oh. I thought y'all were like my mini henchmen. And they're like, no, that's not a thing at all. And I was like, how much they paying you? Nah, I didn't know. I didn't do that. No, but that's messed up though because they were like, oh, someone who was it? The casting director. A casting director. She passed away a couple of years ago. Her name was Dawnese Hardy. She was the one that and she told me in California that they call extras. They call them props to eat. I'm like, that's messed up. Here in Texas, they call them background actors. So we're nicer. We're nicer to our actors here. Yes, they call them background actors here in California. They call them props that eat, which would be cool if it was a dog. Like there was puppies on the set. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Look at all these little props that eat. That makes more sense than calling humans that. But that's just me. Here, me, Sonny, I call extras. I call them background actors. I bet Googly Emmy calls them props they eat. So gangster. No, but yeah, because like even like rappers, a lot of the rappers that you hear and stuff, they get into the gang culture after they start rapping. Like a lot of them like were, or some of them don't even get into gang culture after they start rapping. They just rap about it and live the lifestyle. I also found that out hanging out with the local rappers here in Austin. When they're like, "What are you doing with that gun in here?" And I'm like, what do you mean?" They're like, "You're not supposed to bring that in here." I'm like, "What? You follow rules?" And they were like, "Aren't you just a photographer?" I'm like, "That's right, baby." They're like, "What?" So I got to know a lot of security guards, by the way, back in the day. Back in the day. In fact, when I shot with Chingo Bling, he was tripping out that I had my Desert Eagle on me when we were shooting together. He was like, "Bro, did you expect trouble?" And I was like, "I never know what to expect." But he was also beefing with someone at the time, and he was like, "Hey, can I take a picture with your Desert Eagle?" And I was like, "Sure." And he took a picture with my Desert Eagle and then put it on Twitter. It used to be called Twitter, and um, tagged the person that he was beefing with on Twitter, and then that dude kind of like backed down from him. I was like, "Dude, you made like a couple $1 million. You could have just bought one yourself." But he hadn't bought one at the time that I know of. Mark G says accessories, condiments, Sonny. Clockwork Gorge says kind of like, is it Ja Morant? Because I did buy that figure. He's sitting over there holding a pistol. Uh, yes, he still carry a Glock. He sure does. I was like, why he had? I don't know why they didn't give him a pistol. They should have. When all that happened, they should have been like, oh, we got to do a re-release. Maximum, Ja Morant now has guns available with them. That would have been a sweet move from Hasbro if they're like, oh man, uh, what's his name? Oh, Kang choked out a girl. We gotta give him choking hands now. Re-release choking hands. That's not funny. Y'all shouldn't joke about assault. Clockwork Gorge says, "How's your aim with the Desert Eagle?" So I was actually telling my little baby cousin this because he was all like, "Hey, look, man, I got my gun license." I was like, "That's what's up." So, Dubai 9000 says, "Your Desert Eagle is famous, son. You must be proud." I'm so proud of it. Um, no, so my Desert Eagle's a 357, so it's a smaller chambered one, but I bought it for like $800, and I was like, I'm not gonna pass this up. So it's a 357, so it's not the 50 cal. Uh, but I took it to qualify for my handgun license, and the maximum score that you can get is 250. With my Desert Eagle, I scored a 249 out of possible 250. Like it was, I mean, the barrel is like this long, so the bullet is gonna go where that aims. Wherever you aim that barrel, that's where the bullet's going. Uh, Marcus, he says that's that Matt Rife comedy right there. I blame the medicine I'm on. We're gonna blame the medicine. No, but yeah, that the bullet shoots so straight and so fast that it barely deviates from where you're aiming. And so when you go qualify for your handgun license, you shoot at 3 yards away, 5 yards away, and 7 yards away. And I mean, I put them all right there on target. Pow, pow, pow. The only one that I was a little bit off was the 7 yards away one. I had adjusted it too high, so when the bullet didn't drop enough, so then I just brought the barrel back down and put it there. Uh, But yeah, it was that gun's easy to aim with. Clark Gorge says, "Is that Mafex Jordan on the back? Aren't you scared it'll fall?" Where's it at? There it is, right there. So I put figures that fly up here, and Michael Jordan flies. So he's actually held up with wire. He's not held up with like sticky tack. He's held up with wire. And also I got him for real cheap because one of the homies here was selling them because he accidentally broke the shoulder joint, and so it's just stuck in there with sticky tack. But that's why he's just up there. Clark Gorge says, "That's awesome. You're the real El Mariachi." Man, you know what? I wish Robert Rodriguez would be like, "Hey, son, you want to be in some movies of mine?" But he has yet to call me up like that. He also doesn't have my phone number. But I am Facebook friends with his sister, and she never also hit me up and be like, "Hey, son, you want to be in my brother's movie?" I'm like, "Oh, what's up? How come you never asked?" No, but I appear in the first Machete. Duma Natan says, "Flies like a desert eagle." That's right. He's flying up there. Sauron is right there. Got that gold Batman. I don't know what that one's called. Is it Armor Batman? I think it might be Armor Batman. If y'all think if I'm turning weird, it's because I can't turn my neck all the way, which is why I'm taking medicine. I mentioned that last time. And then I got Captain America. Then I got Batman Beyond. I had Angel up there, but I took him to take a picture with my niece's art exhibits. So that's why he's not up there. Marcy says, "Wait, you're in Machete?" I used to love those movies when I was younger. Briefly, I played it's called a featured prop that eats. Now, it was a featured extra in there, which was crazy because I auditioned for it. They didn't pick me, and I was like, I'm probably the only one in here with strapped with 3 firearms. I wanted to really get into character for this, and y'all didn't pick me. That's messed up. I actually told the casting director that. I was like, yeah, it goes wild when I was on set. I was like, it's wild. They didn't pick me for the thing. I was like, I'm probably the only person that was strapped up with 3 weapons. And she was like, I'm sorry, you were what? And I go, it's not even important anymore. I didn't get the role. I shouldn't be. Water under the bridge. And she was like, no, no, no. What were you saying? I was saying water under the bridge. Water under the bridge. I don't think I used that phrase right because I had no beef with her. But I just had to like, oh crap, let me see. Show the clip, you nerd. And so that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna try to see if it's on YouTube, and I'll just grab a screenshot of it. Machete Revolution scene. Yep, this is probably it right here. Well, I'm not. I gotta make sure there's no sound, no nothing to make them demonetize this. But yeah, it's crazy too because one of my cousins was Danny Trejo's stand-in, so they show him. I got excited. I was like, "Oh, that's my cousin!" And then they showed me right after him, so I was like, "That's pretty dope." Let's see. Y'all gonna get me canceled over here. Stop talking. Oh man, I have to. Yeah, I have to look it up because apparently it's not on YouTube. Apparently I wasn't important enough to put on YouTube. But yeah, I'll figure out how to get it and show it one day. Clark Gorge says, "Did you meet Trejo? He seems super cool." Not really. He was passing by, and all the other people that were props that eat that day with me, they were like kind of hounding him. Like, here's the weird thing. All right, when you're on movie sets, I don't know. Okay, I kind of get it, but then I don't get it as a person myself. But like it's like people want to make the actor or celebrity feel like, oh, I love all your work, blah blah. I don't know what they're trying to get out of it. If they're trying to be like, oh, the celebrity will like me because I know all their work. Um, there's an Eminem song where he kind of mocks that, and it's weird because it's like it gets. I look at the face of the actor that they're doing it to, and they're kind of like, ugh, like okay, like 'cause some actors just want to be treated like regular people, like normal people, and so I just treat them like normal people. I've only been starstruck, like I said, twice. Royce 59, Tech Nine. I got starstruck, and I was stupid on that. Um, that was on me though. That's not on them. That's on me. Stan, no, it was I think it's called just one of them nights. Let me see, what is that song called? Eminem. Maybe it's called one of those nights. Yeah, one of those kind of nights. There it goes. Those kind of nights. Let's see. Oh, where is it? I think that's a song that he does it, where he's like, "Oh, I know your songs, blah blah." But so people were doing that to him. He passed by, and they were like, "Oh, Daddy Crow, oh," and they say them by their first name. It's kind of weird. Uh, yes, Lindsay Lohan was in that movie, and yeah, her career was not falling apart at that time. Her life was falling apart at that time. No, but yeah, they started being like, "Oh, Daddy, oh, you do so much for the Hispanic community, oh, blah blah blah, you." And like he's just like, like yeah. And me, I was actually a fan of him, and so I knew a lot of things he was in. He was in the Def Jam game, and so like when they finally shut up, and I was like, "Hey," I go, "I like picking your character in Def Jam," and he goes, "Oh yeah, hey yeah, bro, that's what's up." He gave that genuine like, "Oh snap!" Like he knew me from that right there. Where all the other people, and then after he passed, people were like, "What are you talking about?" I go, he is a character in the Def Jam fighting game. I go, "Did y'all not know that?" And they're like, "Oh no," and I was like, "Yeah, he's in the Def Jam. Is it Fight for New York?" Yeah, he's in Fight for New York and Def Jam, The Takeover. Fight for New York, The Takeover. But like, I was like, that was dope when I saw that they put him in that game, and so that was the only thing that I said to him, and he was all like, "Oh yeah, yeah, okay, yeah." So I was like, boom, I got him. But that's real though, because I was just like, I wasn't trying to be like, "Oh, you were so good," and like start saying all this random stuff. And they were all doing that. They were all like, but they had also been talking about everything he'd been in like for the past 10, 15 minutes before he walked by us. Mark Z says, "I'll nerd everyone up in here in front of that hole." That was the thing though. I was actually a fan. Like I didn't go study his work the night before so I could tell him. Because a lot of people do that. It's very weird. Do I not nonsense those casuals? All those normies? What is y'all problem? Uh I'm trying to figure like let me see what what's in nope, that's not it. Oh, here it goes. Uh, Eminem says, "This beat keeps taking me back like my ex does, only because of how good the sex was. Hit up the next club, met Alexa, but she was so extra, called her etc. Had her like, oh my God, my whole iPod's filled with your songs. I mow my lawn to them. I said, oh my God, you know my songs? That's totally awesome. I'm Marshall. What's going on? Ah, that part right there, I was just like, man, that part right there when they're like, oh, you everything about you is me, or everything about me is you is weird. I've seen people do that to this actress named Molly Parker. I was on a TV show, well, pilot. episode that never aired called Meet Jane, and they did that to her too. I had no idea who she was. I had no clue what she'd ever been in. I just knew she was a nice lady that she talked to me. I was like, she talked to me on set. We played coworkers and the thing. She was real cool. But to this day, I still don't really know what she's in. I think she was in an episode of Dexter or something like that, but I don't really have a clue. Well, I know she was in Dexter because they were like, "Oh, actress Molly Parker signs on to Dexter." I'm like, "Well, yes, Meet Jane's not happening," because it was about the same time that they were trying to secure that. Um, and like I said, I think I said it before, where someone did it to Ryan Phillippe, but the dude with special needs, and Ryan Phillippe really took his time to speak with him, and I was like, that's a genuine dude right there. I get you. I'll never forget that he treated that guy that way, made his day, and even when he called him Ryan Witherspoon instead of Ryan Phillippe. Uh, but yeah, I was like, that's a genuine dude right there. But that guy, he was spewing off all these facts that he had learned, and he even said, he goes, "I looked you up yesterday," so he was spewing off the facts, which is cool. Um, who was some of the extras did that to Luke Wilson on the set of Idiocracy. But yeah, it was just like it was kind of I almost screwed up because I met Carlos Alazraki and he was the voice of the Taco Bell dog, and I love Taco Bell. And I almost said that, but he was too busy asking me about my actual personal life. He was like, "You got kids, Sonny?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Hey man, what do you do when this happens?" I go, "What are we doing right now? Like, what? We just we're talking like dads. Is that what we're doing right now? I could learn a lot from you right now, but you want to know how I got my kid off a sippy cup? Is that what's going on right now?" But he was a real cool dude. Clockwork Gorge says, "I bet De Niro and Pacino are tired of people doing impressions of them." Oh, I bet, man. I like Bill Hader's impression though. Yeah, I seen Bill Hader apparently a friend of mine used to teach Bill Hader improv. I want to say it's Second City in Chicago. And he was always like, man, he's like, Bill Hader's one of the nicest guys he's ever met. I was like, that's really cool. Clockwork Gorge says, saw Lou Diamond Phillips interview. Some Mexicans give him a hard time when they found out he's actually Filipino American. Hey, some of us was heartbroken, okay? We were like, whoa, he's not one of ours? I was like, Richie. Thank you. That was my audition for the La Bamba reboots. No, I thought when I was younger, I thought he was Mexican. Well, Selena too. Jennifer Lopez played her, and everybody's like, she's not Mexican. I was like, she's not. Okay, I guess if you say so. But yeah, no. What was I saying? Oh, anyway, so I'm the biggest Danny Trejo fan. Is what I'm saying. I was the only one that knew who he was when he made Machete. Nah. But yeah, he's Robert Rodriguez's cousin. So I'm shocked that neither one of them called me up, hit me up like, "Hey, Sonny, what are you doing? You want to make a movie with us?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll make a movie with y'all. Cool, bro." They don't do that. I don't know what's going on. I'm still waiting for Mike Judge to be like, "Sonny, I got Idiocracy 2 coming. You ready?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready, dude. Let's go." He hasn't yet. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's the hold up. Mark C says, "I was today years old finding that out about Diamond." You know, the Phillips name didn't throw us off, or the Diamond, or the Lou. None of that threw us off. We seriously thought he was Mexican. So it's kind of, I get it though. Like some people get disappointed, like, all right, we finally got one from our race, yay! And they're like, psych, it's not really him. They're like, dang it, we lost one. Like we didn't lose one. We never had him. We never had Lou Diamond Phillips. But the thing was too is like we don't like Bob. Nobody's like, all right, sweet, Bob. He's Mexican. Wait, is he Puerto Rican? I gotta find out what Isai Morales is. Isai Morales says American actor. Oh, he's an NYPD Blue. I didn't know that. Brooklyn, New York. So he's probably Puerto Rican. Let me see. Look, the first question that pops up is Isa Morales Mexican? No, he's not Mexican. He was born in Brooklyn, New York, to Puerto Rican parents. We lost another one. We lost another one today. I just realized. Was anybody in La Bamba Mexican at this point? Let me see. Let me Google this. For any actors from La Bamba actually Mexican? Some other people have already asked that. Let's see. I don't know. I don't even know if the mom. Okay, so La Bamba. It's like no Mexicans in there. Oh man, that's hilarious. Uh, so hilarious, man. All right, let's see. Clark says yes, he's of a different body. Yes, we also say barrio in the Philippines. Dude, I have a Filipino friend, and she is just like a Filipina. Filipina? Yeah. And the similarities between me and her, we're like, what? She was like, are you Filipino? I'm like, no, are you Mexican? Like, what's going on here? Mark C says, not gonna lie, I would have thought he's at least Native American indigenous. It says he's mixed. Louisiana Phillips is mixed. I don't know what exactly he's mixed with. I know he's Filipino. I do know that part. Also, he looks very much like Robin Shaw. Robin Shaw show, the guy who played Liu Kang. I thought when I first saw Mortal Kombat previews, I was like, oh heck yeah, Lou Diamond Phillips is about to be in Mortal Kombat. It wasn't him. Esau Morales has so much potential as Deathstroke and Titans. The suit didn't do him justice, but I'd be down for him to for him to come back. Clockwork says, "Man, La Bamba is classic. Yeah, to Filipinos." I'm gonna start telling people that. Yeah, classic Filipino movie, La Bamba. It's a great movie. Marcy says, "Are you Filipino? No. Are you Mexican? Could be a premise. You know what would be a good thing is to be like Filipino or Mexican, and you had to guess which one's which, like what custom is what, or whose custom is whose. That would be cool. All right, let me see. Rosana De Santo played Connie Valenzuela. She is she's probably Puerto Rican too. Let's see. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Uh, Man, it doesn't say on here. San Jose, California. She was born in San Jose, California. She's probably Mexican. Let's see. I'm gonna play Rosie Morales, Elizabeth Pena. She was born in New Jersey, so she's probably. Oh man, she passed away. I didn't know that. Oh no, no, wait. Oh yeah, she did pass away 2014. Oh wow, I had no idea. She was classmates with Ving Rhames and Isan Morales. That's cool. Clockwork Gorge says, I think a lot of Filipino Americans act like Mexicans. Tia Carrera is also Filipino. Oh, I did not know that. I actually thought she was of like Japanese descent. I had no idea. Yeah, well, you know what's crazier is when I find out American actors that are Canadian. I'm like, you can't even hear their accent. It's crazy. Jim Carrey, Ryan Reynolds. Was it Ben Stiller? No, not Ben Stiller. I think he's from New York. Um, let's see, Elizabeth. She was raised in New York City. Okay. Oh, she's Cuban. All right. We're gonna find a Mexican actor from La Bamba if it takes all night. Just kidding. Well, it might take all night actually. Out of the okay, she's still alive. Rosana de Soto. Let's see. Oh, now I gotta figure out what. Rosana de Soto. Race. Oh, all right. I told you the one from California. She's Mexican. Found one. All right, we found one. All right, we're good. We're good. There was actually one there. Marksy says when a British actor plays an American flawlessly, that also is very confusing. Uh, Christian Bale. I had no idea. No idea Christian Bale was British until I heard him on a show, on a talk show, use his British accent. I was like, what? Fooled me all this time. Especially because Equilibrium was one of my favorite movies, so that he just all of a sudden just threw his accent away is crazy to me. Which is also crazy because I can't pull off an accent to save my life. I be trying to do one, and then they're like, it always goes to weird, horrible British accent. Idris Elba, especially. Well, see, the first time I saw Idris Elba, I don't know what it was in, but I heard him speaking British. And so, or not British, not speaking British. I heard him using his British accent, his natural accent. Maybe Robert Pattinson, but he's also a good actor in general. Him, I had no idea. Yeah, that was a shock to me. Um, Using proper English or whatever they call it. Oh, it's already past 12, which means I gotta go because I gotta get up early for work tomorrow. I have to go in. I had to go in all this past month, so unfortunately, I have to go in again tomorrow morning. Dang it, Marcus, he's catching me on all these things. I heard him speaking British. Mel Gibson was Australian. He's weird. Like, did he just forget his accent? Because I've never heard him speak with an Australian accent. Or Keith Urban. I think they're lying. Maybe they're from like South Australia or something. I don't know how it works. Um, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, it's already midnight. I should probably get going. Get to bed soon. I gotta work. This next week at work is gonna be. It might be pretty bad. It might be real busy, unfortunately for me. Not necessarily for me, but for my people, because they're gonna have to work hard, and I'm gonna have to, you know, be there to be like, no, it'll get okay. Just think about next week when this won't happen. We're gonna be busy because we got an amnesty program going on right now, so I gotta wake up for that. But yes, thank y'all for coming on. Who was here? We have Savage Saint, Matt Lodge 44, Mark C. Lucky Brother was here way early. I thought I was talking to him, and I was actually not talking on the stream at all. Doombot 9000, Clockwork Orgy. Rick Jones was here. I know Rick Jones was here. I think that's all that we had today. We had Winger Lose was here. That's right, Winger Lose. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's see. Clockwork says, peace. Next stream is all about country music and how clueless I am about it. We're going to talk about Keith Urban. Next is going to be very Keith Urban heavy. Luckily, I'm only working one day this week. Ah, oh, lucky dude. Oh, man. Yeah, my day's going to, ooh. That's one thing that sucks about it. They're like, oh, your salary. You can just work beyond your 40 hours. I'm like, no. I'm salary, so I don't have to work 40 hours and I still get paid 40 hours. That's why I took this job. It's a very unpopular opinion amongst upper management, but they can't deny it. So here I am. No, but 2 weeks in 2 weeks. I don't know. I might have to take a break from all this working and jump on randomly, do a live stream. I was trying to do a video using these mics, and I totally forgot to turn the mic on. So still had the whatever sound from my phone. I did get a new phone though, so maybe the pictures will be clearer, the videos will be clearer, or something will be clearer on it. But I'll try to get some more content out there. Shout out to channel members. I'll make sure I'm trying to get y'all content at least once every cycle. I call them cycles. I do every 2 weeks, but I'm trying to get y'all more content out there. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, we'll take a break from all that working and do a video, maybe on this dude or something like that. This guy's cool. But yeah, see y'all in 2 weeks for sure. For sure in 2 weeks. I'll try to pop on again before then and see what's up to everyone. Thank y'all again for watching. I appreciate y'all. Happy Easter, everyone. I know it's past Easter time at this point for most of us, but thank you for watching. See y'all next time. Y'all have a great night. And end.